But let's get into another deep dive here. And this one's Bills and Rams. And we're doing this one because we leave it open to the homies to vote. And I have never seen one more lopsided than this. And so Pete believes, conspiracy theory, that the Bills Mafia out there stuffed the ballot box somehow.
Way to go. That's what the Mafia does.
That's what you want to do, right? If you want to have Chris Simms talk about your game, you got to figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
And so we're going deep dive, Rams and Bills. What a good game. Where do you want to start with this one? A victory by the Bills, although it got a lot harder than it looked like it was going to be early on.
Well, let's start with the Bills D versus the Rams O.
Okay.
Because I think that was misleading. I think that'll be the first thing that I would just tell you right away.
What was misleading about it?
Well, the 28-3 lead, and you're thinking, if you're not really paying attention to the game, you're going, oh, they must be kicking the shit out of Sean McVay and Jared Goff in the offense. And that wasn't the case. They never stopped the Rams the whole day. Not one point. The Rams went down the field the whole first half. Missed a field goal, drove down, we're on field goal territory. Goff threw an interception. All right, Bills go on another scoring drive. Rams get the ball back. They go down, they kick a field goal. They were never stopped in the first half. That was never the case. Now, they start the third quarter. You know, the Bills go up 28-3, do that. But really, I guess the big thing I would say here more than anything is they found their running back. Darrell Henderson looked phenomenal. All right?
Really good.
And I'm just, again, more amazed by Sean McVay and what he does. He just continues to amaze me. And what I found more interesting about this game, first off, I mean, we've talked about the O-line's been a pleasant surprise. Whoa, Darrell Henderson, he hits the hole hard. Goff is doing the right things and making plays for the most part. We know they got some weapons there. But they really exposed Sean McDermott a little bit in his scheme. He really did. And more times than not, what I found out is McVay ran plays to where the run play design, because Buffalo plays so much nickel, they ended up going, oh, nickel guy, you're in the box? Well, here comes the running back, and you're going to be the one that's going to have to, because we're going to block everybody else, and we'll see if you can make the tackle. They left it more times than not through creative run game, blocking and scheme and motions and what McVay does, to where the leading tacklers on the Bills yesterday were Jordan Poyer and Teron Johnson. First off, if you want to read stats and go, just take something, it's never good when your secondary guys are leading the team in tackling. All right, that tells you that they're getting into the secondary way too much. And Teron Johnson, to him have 11 tackles as the nickel back, that was because McVay so many times got it situated to where, all right, here he is. We'll block the two linebackers and the 4D linemen, and we'll have a cutback lane, and it's going to be Teron Johnson versus Darrell Henderson in the hole. Or Teron Johnson in the hole with a receiver kind of blocking him, and he's got to be responsible to attack Darrell Henderson, and that's not going to happen.
And I wondered
that was the thing.
Yeah, and I wondered too, watching Henderson, because he was hitting the hole fast, and
he looks like Devontae Freeman to me.
You're right.
In his prime.
Next Gen backed that up. He was behind the line of scrimmage for 2.5 seconds on average, which was the third least amount of time. So he's hitting the hole fast. I was wondering if that's more him or if that's more just the way they were designing these plays with Sean McVay.
Well, I think it's his style. I think he runs this way, and that's why they draft him. Because McVay has that same thought of like a Kyle Shanahan. He wants no-nonsense guys. They want guys where, like, I know what I'm doing in the run game. I'm going to create the hole here. I don't want any pitter-patter or, like, indecisiveness. I want guys going through the hole like their hair's on fire, right? That's what he wants. And I think that's part of, like, who they recruit at the running back. It's part of the thing they sell to the running back. I need you to hit this hole at 100 miles per hour. And he did that. So I think that was the big thing to me. And, you know, McVay's so amazing at creating extra gaps in the run game. You think, oh, I got it all figured out. And then all of a sudden a receiver comes down in motion real late before the snap, and he blocks somebody, and that's another gap. All of a sudden the defense is like, wait, how do I do this? Or his ability to stress the guy on the edge of the running game. Like, if you're a corner, right, and we're going this way, and here you are, you're the corner out there, and all of a sudden, let's just say you're playing cover 2, right, and you got the flat over there.
Okay.
All right. Cover 2, sometimes they let the DN come in, and now you have to set the edge in the run game, right? So you're got to be the guy that, like, I'm not going to let you outside of me. I'm going to make you cut it inside because I got all these guys there to make the tackle, right? Well, what like McVay and Shanahan are so special at is they'll send motion that way. So here they are, blue 85, and here comes that speed sweep motion, right? And now he says set hut, and the motion's going by, and he's running right at this corner. He's running at you, and you're backpedaling because you're like, wait, is he going on a pass, or what am I doing? Yeah. And then all of a sudden he blocks you, and you're like, oh, shit, wait, I got to set the edge. And it's too late because now he's squared you up, and he's pushed you inside, and all of a sudden Henderson's outside, or he pushed you outside because you're worried about the pass, and you've made a gap gigantic now.
You set the edge at the sideline.
You set the edge, exactly right. Thank you. So you're getting my point there. And that's where that he really exposed McDermott with some of that stuff to where I'm sure that pissed McDermott off. But that, to me, was really one of the big things of the football game.
Yeah. And you mentioned it, too, the offensive line seems significantly better than what it was last year.
Significantly.
Taking a huge step forward.
And even in pass protection.
Yes.
You know, I'm a little underwhelmed by the Bills' front four from what I've seen in the first 3 games. That's a little concerning to me. And the Bills' defense has not nearly been as dominant as they were last year.
Which we thought they were going to need to be. For them to finally get over the hump of being division champs over the New England Patriots, you're like, all right, the offense is going to have to be better. The defense is going to have to stay elite. Well, so far, it's been the offense that's been elite, and the defense has been pretty average.
It definitely has. And sometimes that does happen because now when your offense becomes elite, teams that play you go, wait, their offense is elite, so we have to push the envelope this week against this Bills defense and maybe do things that like we normally wouldn't do, but we have to keep pace with Josh Allen and company. And that sometimes hurts that way. But no, they're just not showing any moments of dominance. Like I said, even though they were up 28-3, I wrote, like, man, Rams' third drive, good too, held to a field goal. I said, not like Bills' D is dominating here. They're moving the ball up and down the field. But I think McVay got in a rhythm. They started to capitalize. Goff didn't make mistakes. And then they got that interception that was a catch. That one was really weird to me. The one he throws up to, was that Tyler Kroft, right?
I think it might have been,
Kroft, I mean, he's got the ball in his hands. I mean, he's literally tucking it away.
Right.
And now he's falling to the ground. The guy jumps on and grabs it, and they give him the interception. And it's amazing. Game change right there. It's 28-10. They go right down and score. Then 3 and out by the Bills. They go right down and score again, and it's 28-25. And then Josh Allen gets strip sack fumbled by Aaron Donald, and all of a sudden you're like, holy shit, they're losing 32-28. I mean, it was like that.
I see what you're doing. You're setting up for those people who are saying that it was not passing. You've made up a new word, our boss, hearing a new Simmsism.
Yes.
Go by, created right in front of him. No, but you're setting up so at the end of the game, when people are saying, oh, it was not pass interference, you're saying, well, how about that interception earlier in the game, right?
Well, I would say, like, the football gods or karma usually even the scales out at some point.
Unless you're the Detroit Lions, it seems like not.
Or you could say maybe they got lucky on a pass interference call in week 1, and they got unlucky in a pass interference in week 3, right?
Michael Gallup,
right?
That one, or
right? They called it on Jalen Ramsey, right? So
that's right.
Again, and I'll say this too. I mean, we probably should watch that play back, because that's an interesting play. On TV, I thought for sure it was not pass interference. I thought, when
I watched it, we're talking the end of the game.
End of the game, yes.
Josh Allen
throws
fourth
the slant
down
route to Gabriel Davis, right?
Yep. Wasn't a whole lot of contact.
When I watched on film, though, DBs are getting very good of like, pass interference, pass interference, pass interference. I see the ball being thrown. Oh, my hands are in the air. I didn't touch them. They're all becoming very good at that.
Yeah.
I mean, even Jenkins did that in the Saints game. It's exactly what he did. I'm going to hold you. Oh, wait, the ball's getting close. Look, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Right? And then, so it was a tough call. It really was. I'm not trying to say that, but it was more borderline than I thought, I guess, is what I'm saying on TV.
Okay.
All right. I don't think I have anything more there. I think that we hit it all.
Kind of come over to Josh Allen, your boy.
Yep.
Does it again. I mean, he looks like a top 5 quarterback, right?
He's got top 5 talent. There's no doubt about that. And yes, he's playing at a top 5 level right now. No doubt. No doubt about it. I mean, if you made me rank the top 5 quarterbacks in the game right now, Mahomes, Lamar, Rodgers, Josh Allen.
Russell Wilson, did you say?
And Russell Wilson. Sorry, that's it. That's probably where the 5 I'd go right now. I'd probably knock out Deshaun Watson right now for the way he's playing. He wouldn't be in my top 5. But, it's pretty damn special. All right, so you want me to start on this?
Let's do it. Let's go Bills offense.
Yeah.
I know you love Josh Allen, but
right.
let me throw another name at you here.
Please.
Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
13 attempts, 71 yards. Had 4 catches for 50 yards out of the backfield.
Some big ones.
And I feel like you, in the past, have not been that high on Singletary.
No, I have
which
not.
is one of the reasons why you really liked when they drafted
Zach Moss.
Right. But he looked elusive.
He did.
He looked hard to bring down in this game.
I feel like he looks faster this year to me in general, but he was. He's perfect piece for the way they're running their offense right now. He's their James White, or their Deion Lewis when he was on the Patriots, right?
Yeah.
You got all these receivers you're worried about. Oh my gosh, Josh Allen could throw the ball down the field, and then you got to worry about this little jitterbug catching these short passes and making all your linebackers look stupid and everything. So no, there's nothing I can say there. It's been very good. Vision's good. Stops on a dime. He's been playing really well, and it is a great piece for a team that likes to be aggressive. I mean, that's the big thing with the Bills right now. Their offense, it's aggressive. It's at you every play. There's nothing to worry about. And then when you stop them and you go, we called the right defense, we got them. The other part of the story is, now do you have Josh Allen on the back end? Because I saw a lot of plays where you got them coverage downfield, but now he's buying time and you can't cover forever, and all of a sudden people are open again. So that's where they're amazing right now. I think the big thing I would take away from this more than anything, and I do have respect for this Rams defense. Rams defense, let's remember this, very young in the secondary, so I think that'll continue to grow. They're playing very simple and sound football right now, which is not necessarily the best way to beat a team that's got great weapons and a system to go along with it. And early on, with the mistakes the Rams made and just Josh Allen, there was nothing they could do to stop him. I don't even know where to begin there. Whether it was scrambles, the system, all of it was special on the offensive side of the ball.
Jalen Ramsey got beat by Stephon Diggs on that 28-3 touchdown.
Definitely, and I think that's the next place I'd want to go. Jalen Ramsey, they played some man, but I do come away from the game going, you got to put more pressure on Jalen Ramsey. You've got to put more. He's got to match up with some of these people a little bit more. It's just too much to be paying a corner to be dropping into zones and, we're going to put a safety over the top of you. I mean, listen, he will have moments of locking people down, and he does.
Well, maybe they're worried he can't.
All I'm saying, he should just do it more. They should do it more.
Well, maybe they saw Stephon Diggs and were like, I don't know that he can.
Listen, you saw that play. That was a tough play. You're not going to always cover. Stephon Diggs is one of the best receivers in the game.
Yep.
And it wasn't like he was burned. He was right there. And Diggs got, Allen had a little time. Diggs ran up to the back left pylon, turned out, and then came back in.
It's like a basketball.
Right.
Move.
I mean, it was a basketball. I mean, he literally got to go up there and, turn his shoulders and hop his feet and then go in. So that was a tough spot. They put him in a tough spot there. But I do think that he needed to do more there. And, the thing that makes them so dangerous right now, of course, it's the Josh Allen show. Big pass plays. He extends plays. They're running options. It's 3rd and 1. He's running option down this for a touchdown one time. And earlier in the drive was a 3rd and 1. The quarterback draws. The offense is built around his skill set. And that's where it's amazing, let alone the scheme itself calls plays that put the pressure on the defense too. So there you got an aggressive drop back pass game. Then you saw Devin Singletary in the screen game. Then they have the boots. Then they have traditional runs. And, also you got to contain Josh Allen from scrambling and extending plays. That's really tough to stop right now with this team, the way they pass protect and everything like it.
In defense of Jalen Ramsey, who he did call Josh Allen trash 2 off seasons ago, but then came back and said he was talented now, right? Faced 5 targets, allowed just 2 catches, 5 yards, but the 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns allowed all of last season. So, it wasn't like he was getting crushed a lot, just a couple in crucial spots for him there.
And I'm trying to even think, what was the second touchdown? Yeah, because we had Diggs and, which one are they?
It had to be at the goal line because it was just 2 catches for 5 yards.
I know. That's where I'm trying to. So, was it the first touchdown? I don't know if that's necessarily him there. That's where I'd have to go back and look at that play. But the point is still, he's a really good freaking football player.
Right.
I like what the Rams do on the defensive side of the ball. They are young. I think it'll probably continue to grow that way as far as just schematics and being a little more tricky. But, that was an unbelievable play. And just to the last drive. Again, Rams got the momentum, everything like that. You got 3rd and 22.
3rd and 22.
You got the play covered up. And he scrambles to the right and throws a laser down the middle to Cole Beasley. it has that play.
And then you end it with a touch pass touchdown.
Right.
I mean, that's the difference with Josh Allen this year than we've seen in previous
A lot
years,
of touch passes that are very impressive. And I think even on that drive, he had another little fade to Stephon Diggs that was very impressive. So, yeah, he is at the top of his game. Their offense is dangerous. I'm a little concerned about their defense, but nonetheless, they're 3-0.
Two teams that you would not be surprised if they were playing in the Super Bowl.
I would not. I don't know. Yeah, it's not my number one
You're not betting
pick.
on it.
No, but I mean, that's not crazy. The Bills, I think, are clearly the number 3 team in the AFC for me right now, right? I mean, I'm going to put Baltimore and the Chiefs as 1 and 2.
Okay.
And I'm saying the Bills are 3 with just a little nudge above the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think, the way that looks. And then you go into the NFC. I just think where I look at it,
NFC West, by the way,
is insane.
Clearly, I think the best division in football, right?
It's.
I mean, it seems like head and shoulders above every other.
It does seem like it.
You have 4 teams that, Arizona, who knows how strong they're going to be, but if they're the worst team in the division, that's a great division.
Yeah, no. Okay, so the NFC right now, what would you get? Green Bay and Seattle deserve to have been the top 2 seeds right now, right? I mean, that would be the top 2 teams for you. Now, who's the 3rd team in the NFC right now? You're going to go with the Bears at 3-0, the Niners at 2-1, the Rams at 2-1?
I like the Rams.
I think they're in that conversation. I feel better about them than I do the Bucks at 2-1 and the Bears at 3-0. And Arizona at 2-1 right now. You're right. I think the Rams, when they're healthy and everything, like they're healthy right now, yes, I'm with you.
These could be the 2 third-best teams in their conference.
Yeah.
Just faced off and played a great game, and it was fun to watch, and so that is our deep dive. Anything else, Chris? Is there any? We do have the elevator music, Kristen, if you want to play it.
Nope, I'm all good here. I'm all good, all good.
All right, okay.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.